Brothers and sisters, some terrible, terrible news that just came on Fox News this morning. The Secretary of Defense has determined that they are going to, with Biden's approval, they are going to give a pinprick to the little toe of Iran. It's horrible news, brothers and sisters. I know this is going to be devastating to many of you, but Biden is doing the worst he can do. He's going to give them a pinprick. And it might sting a little bit, and there might be a tiny bit of blood, but that will show these evil Iranians not to mess with the United States or kill our people, as he has allowed all of the Iranian upper guard leadership to escape those target areas. Instead of responding within hours of them striking us, they all ran, they fled, and now they're in safe areas. So his secondary targets are going to be a flea that's on the back of a butt of a camel, and they're going to knock it out with a sniper rifle. And then we're done with this, and that will teach those wascally Iranians who just put a rocket nose cone into orbit, one capable of carrying a EMP, and it's orbiting near the United States. What could be the purpose of that? Iran during the Obama years tested neutron triggers. And the only reason to test a neutron trigger is because you're testing a nuclear weapon initiation system. 5 of those were tested. And there was nuclear residue. There was radiation discovered. The United States knows this. They probably already have a nuclear weapon. If they didn't make one on their own, North Korea could give them one very easy, or the Russians. A small backpack nuke could put a huge EMP against the United States of America and damage our country permanently. During Obama's administration, when you distribute electrical power, the main grid is super high voltage to be able to transfer it along a long distance. So they have to go to step-down stations. Those step-down stations have transformers. When Obama was president, he stopped the United States from making our own transformer step-down stations. He removed the capability of the United States to produce 100% and said we can only produce 10%. So if there's a nuclear strike, China is the one who makes them now, because somehow there's a kickback. That's why there was no retribution for Biden when he was doing this Chinese deal, because Obama was involved in this. So what happens is, if there's an EMP, those transformers burn up. And when those transformers burn up, we have to replace them. And since the Chinese give us 90% or sell us 90% of those transformers, they'll just say we're not going to give you any. So our country will be in chaos. If there's an EMP against the United States, which is what I saw in those dreams I had. I've had numerous dreams. I was not thinking about Russia or China ever attacking us during that time. When I first turned my heart back to the Lord in 2011, all I thought about was what the Lord Jesus Christ had told me. And what he had told me was that